ready.
All right,
You just got the official nod.
I did. All right,
And
well,
heard himself.
good evening and welcome to the January 22nd Village Board meeting. And I would like to ask Carl, if you would please lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can be seated. Everybody be seated.
Thank you. Giving the break. Well, first item on our agenda, as has been our tradition, is public comment. So I would open the floor to anyone who would like to address the board and state your name and what you have to say.
Pick me, Mr. Mayor, pick me.
Yes, sir.
Wait, we have someone else in the room, sir.
Peter was too slow. You go first.
You call first.
Carl Unrath, did you need my address? Village of Webster, 9 West Main Street, Kirby Vacuum, village resident.
Thank you.
I want to say that the village looks fantastic, especially at night. Thank you to the village workers. And I'm here to beg, request that they leave the lights up and the decorations up as long as possible. It always seems every year, I get people saying, why are they taking them down so soon? The village looks so great at night. So if you have plans to take them down soon, please let them stay up until, I don't know, February, March, because the village looks great. People come in, they see the lights, they love it, and they're coming all the time. So that's it. Consider it, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jake, a new
I
vacuum
think
cleaner.
last
Yes.
year,
So you
they
can
were
roll
up
them
for
off.
at
Good to
least
see you again, Carl.
January.
Nice seeing you, Carl.
I think they were up through December, January.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I think when we had an opportunity, we knew there were some winds coming,
Yeah.
maybe we tried taking down the Christmas decorations when there were some strong winds coming.
Maybe stay through-
Snowflakes
at least
probably go down.
Through Valentine's
Leave
Day.
the lights up.
Yeah.
Leave the lights up all year. The string
Yeah,
lights.
or next
Yeah,
year,
the string lights
the
we
red
tried
and
to
white
do
around
that.
the poles, maybe just do all white, and then they can stay up all the time. I agree with him, I hear this comment all the
Mhm.
I
time,
think they all.
leave the trees lit up at least, so there's
I
some,
like that.
Yeah, I do too.
so people do tell, but I don't disagree with that. Even though everything is closed when the lights are out, it's not like you're walking down Park Ave and going to all these businesses. The pub's the only thing open.
Yeah, it's probably nice to drive and see the lights after
Yeah.
being in the pub for a while.
Maybe
Maybe not.
that's a good point.
Light up the pub.
All right,
Yes, sir.
oh, looks like we are out of time for the whole, no.
That's all right, I won't take much time. Peter Alder, 59 Dunning Avenue. So, do you guys know what was happening in Philadelphia? Well, it turns out that 250 years ago, there was a lot going on in Philadelphia right now. So, there was a bunch of people sitting down and they were talking about how to declare independence from a very oppressive government in a mother country, who we now get along with fine. But it is a time this year when we can celebrate that occasion, the 250th celebration of the United States of America and our Declaration of Independence. So, as the chair of the Historic Preservation Commission, I started thinking about what could the village do, perhaps, to get involved in this. So I was coming to you tonight to ask you if the village would be willing to put a small committee together, maybe 3 to 5 people that could actually work on events for this year as we go through this kind of milestone in our history. A quarter of 1,000 years is not a small thing. So I just wanted to see if you guys would be willing to allow that kind of committee to exist and maybe have some of you participate as well in that as we go forward. So we can sort of mark some milestones as we go towards the Constitutional Convention. Maybe post some things on Facebook, have some events in the village. I talked to the mayor today, and he talked about maybe even having a time capsule, which sounds like a great idea to put something in the ground commemorating this year. There's all kinds of great ideas. That's why I think it would be great to have a little committee to get together to talk about the ideas, to keep the public engaged, and to move forward in this. It's really a once in a lifetime thing when you sit there. Some of us were around. I was like 6 years old for the 200th anniversary. You can do the calculations there, and so it's kind of exciting to be here for the 250th year. So I was hoping perhaps the village would allow us to move forward with the small committee to have a celebration of our country's founding.
I think that's a.
I signed the
brilliant idea.
Declaration of Independence.
Hmm?
I was
You-
around for the
you did?
Declaration myself.
You don't look like it, Carl.
Yeah,
Okay.
but, nice to be here, but I was gonna say that the bid is talking about that too.
Oh, great. Okay.
I was at the bid meeting,
Okay.
Peter, I think it's a brilliant idea, and the capsule's great there. I think that last picture on the wall, the bottom one, if we put that in there too, that'd be good.
yeah, the board.
Don't show that to camera.
With the bid. Karen's got that one.
But there's a lot we can do, and I think the time capsule is a great idea. Jake, the mayor was telling me a little earlier, maybe you found a little trinket or a box or something from several years ago. Where'd you find that?
In his under his paperwork at his desk.
I was in a very dusty
folder.
closet.
No, that by this time it would be compressed with all the weight, so it wouldn't work.
No, it was in the band, that was from the Village Centennial,
Oh, okay.
so,
I have that flag.
you know,
Okay.
a time capsule that's put away from the. for the
Maybe
Village
some of
Centennial.
Heather's Christmas dinners.
So
I
one-
have a Centennial
Which
flag.
was about 20 years ago, right?
Right, so one possibility is to open that up and then make a new one for the 250th and then set another date when this one will be opened up. So that's another really cool thing, and that could be, we could have the public there, gather together, figure out a location to place it, and kind of neat to have that kind of thing happening. So, anyway, so I can put a little proposal together, and we can work up a committee if you'd like, and move forward and see if we can do something special this year to commemorate that and involve our residents in this occasion. How's that?
Yeah, maybe we can make the hole big enough, the residents can bring something they want to put in.
Yeah, just don't throw me in there, Jerry. Okay?
No.
Didn't, we talked before about the statue that you mentioned.
Yes,
Wouldn't this be a good time to get that up and?
it would be great, but I don't know where the Ford grant is in terms of funding the small grant projects, because that was going to be funded through that project.
Well, we have the statue, right?
You mean the women's temperance statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what it looked like. We just don't have the actual. We'd have to buy a new statue. I think I can't remember the cost on that, but it was going to be paid for through the Ford grant if it was approved
Yeah,
through a
yeah.
small grant fund. So
Yep.
small project grant. So I know I'm hearing that's a little bit. It's kind of starting to roll, but it's been a little while for it to roll. So
It's beginning
it's beginning to. But it doesn't take away from your idea that it would be great to get it going this year, to have something up this year to commemorate. It'd be an excellent time to put that statue up. So. All right, well, thank you, and so I'll put something together. We'll get it to you in like a couple of weeks, and then maybe we can start moving on some events and we can have some ideas. Okay? Thank you.
Sound a little stuffy, get some light on you. Sound a little stuffy.
I don't know. I think I caught a cold or something. I'm not sure. I was in an event on Sunday, and I came home, and it all went downhill from there. So.
Everybody's got it.
All right. Well, if there's no one else, then we will close the public comment portion of the meeting. I think personally that's a good idea, the time capsule.
Of course, that was your idea.
Not sure where we would put it.
Huh?
It wouldn't get dug up. Gotta be someplace.
Oh, yeah, we know, we definitely did something out.
Yeah.
That little plot of grass we got right there, where the village sign is, somewhere right around there.
Or down in the park.
How about Armstrong?
Yeah, I don't like it right in the village.
I know. Those what?
The statue?
No,
Time capsule.
time capsule.
What about near the flagpole out in front of Village Hall?
I think that would be a good idea, and that's a perfect marker, you'll never forget exactly where it is, you know?
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love that little box, Jake. Yeah, I think it's around here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be a good idea, to open that up and then for new names. All right, now we'll move to item number 1, resolution to approve the minutes from December 16th and January 8th. I've looked them both over. I personally don't have any questions regarding them. Anyone else? Sure, we missed a short meeting.
I know, I heard.
I'll make the motion.
I was having a grandbaby.
Yeah. Is it hard?
It doesn't say it wasn't here though, so legally.
You make a motion? I'll second. These guys wanna talk.
No, we're actually doing business, so it does not show it was not here. That's all I was saying. You should have caught that.
What is it? 12:16. Next one. Trustee Morenzi?
Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Polito?
Aye.
Trustee Ballard?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a resolution to approve the claims and warrants. Anyone have any
No, I went over on this
questions
evening.
with it?
I went over them, I did have a question, which I got answered by Jake regarding this, the Dunning Ave storm sewer pipe for $26,000. But I got that, Jake explained it.
It was Carl's house.
No, I didn't.
Everybody done that.
So other than that, I'm all set.
Is that project done, Jake?
That portion of it, the original, when we wanted to go a little bit farther, but the original, estimate, I think for the whole length was like 68 grand. But we did the portion that was most problematic, starting on the north end, and went up to a couple hundred feet, where there was roots. It was, if you remember, that was that little side stream storm system that's tied into the basement drains that's not on any maps. And it had a weird, the manhole cover for it, if you will, is, for the structure is a square box that looks just like one of the light pole, the handholds for the light pole, so, frankly, when we started getting the basement flood, when we were looking into the stuff, we found that little side stream, and we're like, oh, this explains it, and now it's on the maps now. But, and we were able to get the roots in there, but we wanted to make sure they didn't grow back in, so we lined it.
All right. Well, can I have a motion to approve the claims and warrants? Did we do that yet?
I'll make it.
I'll second
Trustee Polito?
Aye.
Trustee Morenzi?
it. Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
All right.
Trustee Ballard?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a resolution to authorize a correction to prior resolution that set the date for a special election concerning the proposition of diminishing the boundaries of the village of Webster. The special election is scheduled not for the time listed, but it is going to be scheduled for the actual date of the special election in the village, which will be on June 16th, 2026, from noon until 9 p.m. So we have a resolution to approve this change, this correction, so that it coincides with our special election in June.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
it. Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Polito?
Aye.
Trustee Morenzi?
Aye.
Motion passes.
We gotta get the board of elections,
Okay.
Next, we have a resolution to enter into an agreement with Lavella Associates for professional engineering services for a term ending December 31st, 2027. This is a extension. The contract with them expired, and they are looking, and we are looking to continue our association with them. So this is a proposal in front of you, and this would run through December 31st, 2027.
I think they do a great job.
I do too. Enjoy working with them. I think Derek is very good, communicating.
Make a motion that we
I'll second.
sign the services agreement.
Trustee Lauer,
Aye.
trustee Belkane,
Aye.
trustee Alito,
Aye.
trustee Morenzi,
Aye.
Mayor Barnes.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Yes, I do agree their services have been good and timely
And costly.
and costly. That is the way it is on everything these days.
Yeah, I mean, the rates have gone up since the last,
Boy, it gets
in 2
there.
years.
I know.
The last
The
one was
lowest
2 years
paid
ago.
guy is $85.
Which I think they are cheaper than like.
I mean, if you compare the last one, 2 years ago.
Tells me I was in
Planner,
business.
six, $250.
Yeah.
Still have.
That's almost as much as lawyers make.
Yeah, I mean, $2.95 an hour, $300 an
We need one of those little clocks, you know, that they have in checks. Time starting now. Keep track of time.
I mean, but there's also time, I mean, I know the contract's here, but there can be conversations to have. We've been pretty loyal to them for a very long time, so is that the same rate that the guy who just meets them for the first time gets at a project? Or are we getting a different rate? I would be curious to understand.
Would be.
And I use Lavella at Hillside, I use multiple companies, so they do good work as well, but I think if it's continued, new contract, no discussion, rates raised, we're not doing ourselves justice by not having a conversation, just to say, hey.
And I did.
And not saying, and maybe you did,
Yeah,
honestly.
no, I did when I compared, and I think as Mike was saying, I compared a couple of years ago, one to this one, and like, hey, what's going on? And, keep in mind, this isn't anything to do with, really with the project, and it's if we need something done, we need engineering, we don't have to, it's kind of a generic contract that we'd have with them, and they would find, the lowest person that could do the work, but sometimes you need specialty work to be able to have that, or people that have, 25 years of experience in a certain, I can't think of the word right now, but a certain specialty or expertise in something. Sometimes, if you gotta pay them $200, $290 an hour for 2 hours to figure something out, or pay somebody, 8 hours at $100 an hour, you're still better off, with a new guy. or
Yeah.
the
No,
older
that's
guy,
good.
so-
Long over.
Yeah,
It's just a question, it's,
Yeah.
when you have a long-standing relationship and loyal, you just expect that they're giving you the best price.
Yeah.
They're still businesses, so that makes sense.
And this actually is not designated for any project or work immediately. It's like through the contract that during this period of time.
Correct.
you know,
So, and I think we're all saying the same thing, so I'm saying, well, then they should be giving us the best possible price, because we've used them exclusively for most everything.
I agree
But
with
it
that.
looks like Jake's done his homework, so, good point.
Well, we don't need forensic investigations.
Well, and some of this, like, for example, if a complicated
development comes in over at Xerox or something within the village.
It's outside of this proposal, right?
No, that would be included in here, but you can pass the cost on to the developer. Like if the zoning board needed to hire an outside engineer, they'd use Labella, but that cost gets passed on.
Makes sense.
And then it's like Jake said, if, it depends on if there's some smaller thing that pops up for the village. I doubt you're gonna have the top $295 engineer be doing it, Frankly, I don't know where Derek Burgess and Matt, where they fall, as, what level of engineer they are, but those are the that have done. Well, they were the two that did everything for the sewage treatment plant project. In any event, the village needs to have an engineering firm sort of on
On
call.
call.
Yeah, as well,
Sure.
interesting.
Okay. Should we approve it?
Yes.
Next, we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign a proposal letter for Fast New York Grant Administration with Colliers Engineering and Design Incorporated. The young lady who has been spearheading this grant, track C here for both the town, the village, and Xerox. Leanne, she works for Colliers, and I would recommend that we approve this proposal for professional services for that New York Grant Administration. Have a chance to look it over.
Darrell, was this the one that Tuesday Leanne was talking about, a $40,000 retainer?
Yes.
Even though that's not in here.
It is on the third page.
It just said reserves the right to request a retainer, doesn't have the amount.
I thought there was a not to exceed somewhere.
Oh, I was just looking at the retainer.
Oh,
I was-
I'm sorry.
That's the not to exceed fee, she didn't,
Oh, I get that.
but it doesn't say they want the 40 grand up front, which I think she does. And then you were talking about, with the previous one with Labella?
Yeah.
Well, this is Leanne, who's had an ongoing relation with the village, and she's gonna charge $215 an hour,
215?
$215.
Should I put that?
She's a little cheaper.
She's not an engineer.
Doesn't it say engineer right on there?
Yeah.
It says project manager.
Oh.
$215, she's the project manager. If they do a transportation engineer, $210.
210?
Yeah.
She's more expensive? Wow. It's impressive.
But just, so-
Not all of it is from.
it's,
Rita pays her.
Yeah.
this is reimbursable from the grant, isn't it?
She was an excellent engineer director.
Yeah, I know who she is. She's the one we meet with all the time.
Right. And Jake and I believe that this is reimbursable through the grant, but you gotta come up with the money up front. Or wait, no, grant, this isn't. It was engineering, like for those proposals that they're getting.
Right.
That's reimbursement. This is not.
See, I looked all through it.
I didn't see it.
It's not reimbursable. Huh?
The thing about the $40,000 retainer, what does it say? I didn't see that. in-
Well, it doesn't. It says,
I see
yeah,
that.
there's a not to exceed fee of 40, but
Right.
at Tuesday's meeting, I was pretty sure she said she was gonna ask for $40,000, and she was pretty certain that that would be more than enough to cover her time, and then obviously you get reimbursed what's left over, although that probably should be spelled out. But the contract does have a provision where they have the right to request a retainer.
Well, so far I find that what she has done is definitely acceptable. You have to have some good involved.
You know, I don't have a problem with her asking for a retainer.
So do I.
Because she's gonna be working on this a lot,
Mhm.
and it would be kind of cumbersome to have Colliers send a bill out every week or whatever. Instead, they'll just take it out of the retainer and then you square it up at the end.
I would agree. I think that is-
How do you know though? Like, how do you know what we're, is there like time sheets or something?
Yes, she's gonna keep track of time and materials and,
Okay.
and send it. That was in that other agreement that
Oh,
I
geez.
might have a copy of it. That
Oh,
the town
What?
and the village and WEDA signed.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was the initial,
Yes.
Yes.
There's a provision in there about, well, no, and she explained, to the extent she can differentiate that this part of the FAST grant is solely for the village parts of the project, the village pays 100% of that. Same with the town, like anything she does with the Chiota Drive extension. But then there's some stuff that are sort of just for both, and she's just gonna split those 50-50.
I personally am in favor of her work continuing.
yeah, I think we had.
Except if she's got her hand.
She's not doing it, we gotta figure out who is.
Correct.
And she is well acquainted with
Yes. I
It
agree.
would set us back a great deal, but we do that.
Agreed, Darrell.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I would ask them for a motion to authorize the mayor to sign this proposal letter with Colliers Engineering.
We'll get her 7:30.
I'll make it,
I'll second it.
You used to have all this other stuff, but all that you can do. Cause you got number 7, like you, Jake.
Trustee Lauer,
Aye.
trustee Morenzi,
Aye.
trustee Belkane, trustee Alito,
Aye.
Mayor Byers.
Aye.
Motion passes.
I was just there.
I really do appreciate the work that Susan's been doing. This is next a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Susan Vasso for temporary accounting support and training. She has put in many hours and done, I think, a great job for us in lieu of the fact that at the moment we don't have a treasurer, but she has done a very good job.
How much do we pay her?
$2.50.
80, 85 an hour.
215? No.
550.
It's like 85 an hour.
And she's in a couple times a week, and she does maybe 4 or 6 hours, something like that. But she is done for a while, she's going on vacation. So maybe she'll be back in a couple of months, maybe.
Maybe you'll see her in Fort Myers.
Or maybe we will have a new village treasurer, and maybe she can help.
That's the.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you'll see her in Florida when you're down there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She does it Fort Myers.
She's going to
Really?
make reconciliations and that's.
The only thing that's not, there's no term for this in here, meaning,
Like, goes on forever.
which is not necessarily a good thing.
Agreed.
So, but it does have, the contract may be terminated by either party, so, by written notice, so whenever you don't need her anymore, send her something in writing saying it, so that she's not expecting payment anymore. We did it that way because Heather didn't know how long, because it's taken so long to get a treasurer, she didn't know how long she was gonna need her.
It's taking her so long, like you said.
Well, it's taking this board so long to find a treasurer.
No, I like it the other way better.
Is she interested in applying for the job?
No.
No,
Well,
she's,
now that
She works for LB and us, town of Dayton.
she makes more money working for herself.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I mean, that would be,
So that is-
that'd be quite a salary if she was full-time.
Yeah, it's a nice salary.
Full-time? Yeah.
And you're getting up there and Jake.
Well, if that agreement's good with Don, then
I would ask for a motion to authorize me to sign this agreement for temporary accounting support.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Buckley? Trustee Morenzi?
Aye.
Trustee Abolito?
Aye.
Trustee Robert?
Aye.
Mayor Barton?
Aye.
Motion passes.
At this point, I think I would like to run through the attorney, court of enforcement, and clerk and DPW reports, and then we will go, if there is approval, into an executive session for interviewing particular positions. Okay? So, we'll start off with Don.
I don't have anything at this time.
Boy, we'll be done with this very quickly. Code enforcement, pages and pages of information.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah.
Plugging along, we had a few zoning board applications over the last couple months there. Thread and Tonic, which is, I'm not gonna do it justice, but it's a non-alcoholic bar, and, light fair, going in over at 20 West Main Street.
What's it called?
Thread and Tonic?
Thread and tonic?
Yeah,
What's that called?
sorry,
What's that called?
where's going 20 West Main?
Al's in what, can you say?
Yeah,
Right next door, right?
Oh, that's.
yep, that's the non-alcoholic
Yeah.
bar. Got a new barber shop going pretty much right next door to that, where the tattoo parlor moved out of that one space, West Main. The coach is coming along well, they're still pretty much on track for hopefully a late March opening. We'll see. We've had some interest in a couple of restaurants opening, a Mediterranean and an Indian style restaurant, but they would need zoning board approval first. Cariglios has come along well, they've just resubmitted plans with some comments that I gave them. And 75 West Main Street has a new owner, and there are plans to fix that finally, and possibly do some renovations. So, excited to see those come in.
That's the old village hall.
Yeah.
Greg Shamber.
Yeah, it's been
Right, got it.
in shambles for quite a while.
Whatever he touches, it's magical.
So, that's about all I had.
What's 15 East Main? Which business is that for sale?
Oh, that was Keston Cookie.
Oh, that's 15?
Yeah, that's where the Indian restaurant
Yeah.
was just inquiring about today.
What's happening with the garage sale store?
So I talked to Ron last week, and he said he was going out of town, so I'm going to be getting a hold of him tomorrow. We'll be doing a walkthrough, and then I'll probably be reissuing a notice violation, and we'll proceed through the process.
Good.
There were a few when, one of the residents, one of the tenants made a complaint a few months back, so we did a walkthrough of her unit, and, so several would stem from that, and then the common areas had a few issues, and, the outside of it, that canopy, there's, that needs repair, so. We will, go through the process
process and send out some letters.
With all of these certificates of compliance and all, with Pride Mark Homes over
They're
here.
blowing away.
The coffers of the park
Yep, they got their,
should be increasing. Right? $1,000 each year.
they're done with their new build permits. So those have all been issued for section 4. So anything left over there is just gonna be additions, tax, addition build outs, stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of modifications, I see, through
Yeah,
there. Interesting.
yeah, everyone's units and
All right, well, thank you, Chris.
thank you.
And clerk, what do you have for us, Heather?
So I just wanted to point out that I put their meeting schedule in your, folders, and we added a section where it says the explanation, and I know sometimes when a meeting gets changed down the road, then we forget why it was. So I put the reasoning into a column for you. If you have any questions or want to make changes, let me know. And that's all for that. I also put the expenditure review, and I must have taken off the name, but that's what that is, in your folders. And that's everything for your folders. Right there. Yeah. And then I wanted to ask for a change to the cell phone, my cell phone. I got a village phone a while ago, probably, I don't know, 2 years, and I tried to transition to that to get people to call me on that, but everybody still just calls me on this, and it just seems like not a good use of funds for the village, so it's, brought the cost up. Some of the clerks, instead of getting a village phone, they just get a little stipend toward their personal phone, so I'd like to do that if possible. The line is $35 for the village phone, and I was hoping to ask for that to give them to me instead of, and then cancel the line. We used to pay for personal use at the county, and it's a pain having two, and then no one ever called me on it anyway, so. And now that we have access to Ring Central on here, I can have people call me right to here, and I don't have to give out my personal number. So I was kind of working with Trustee Morency, and he thought maybe you might be willing to discuss it.
So no one should be calling your personal phone.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be doing business.
So
with
if you're
that.
doing your business with that, it's probably not good in the first place.
Yeah. Just.
But you're saying the calls get transferred to your personal phone, right?
Yeah. Because I have Ring
You wouldn't be
Central on.
carrying two phones, you just carry one phone.
Yeah.
And have the office number, and then we wouldn't keep that business line number is what you're saying, right?
Correct.
So basically, you would be just giving out the work phone
So-
number, not your personal cell phone number. Yeah,
And so for,
got it.
and I don't know how to much longer.
So you're gonna be able to decipher at 6 o'clock on your phone, the phone rings, if it's business or personal how.
I mean, I've been here late every day, most days anyway, but I understand that, and I probably set a precedence a long time ago, but when I worked at the Ledge, we took phone calls from the legislators at all times, so it's kind of just part of the job, but, that's kind of stopped since June left. But, yeah, but you can tell the difference, and I'm able to turn off Ring Central, like turn off the. So I kind of asked what Dorothea does. Hmm?
If I were to call you now, it would go to what, I mean, what division or what part of,
Well, the phones are set to turn off and go to the,
call.
Yeah, be on call after 4:30 anyway, but I can still call out from that. And I mean, the only other people that call me on my personal cell are you guys anyways. I don't have an issue with that. It just became a pain with two phones, and then I was always just,
I'm curious why there was ever even a cell phone, like, for the office. What do you mean you carry two phones, like, what, so,
a village cell phone.
right, but you're on the road, understand, you're in the office.
No,
We should have phones, real phones,
Yes.
and after business hours, if you're on the office. What do you mean? That's really how it should work, like, you guys are office personnel, it's much different than being in the field. Like, you just have a phone. And this is never an issue.
But I mean, there's many things that happen that I have to be aware of, and if my phone went into the lake when I didn't have a village phone, so, and, you know, Karen and I are constantly working, especially recently. I mean, the clerk has always typically had a village phone. It'd be kind of weird not to.
What would you say, Dennis?
It's nothing right now, because we're still paying, so I just think it's a waste of money, so we'll cancel it. And then
What's the cost?
I was asking for 30% instead of paying it. Well, I think
What will we pay towards the village?
$35 is what my line is.
Okay.
That's what,
Here's the bill.
you're asking for 30, 35?
I was asking for the same amount that we pay, because I've been using it for years.
Okay. For the two phones? Huh? You do. I call you and I get you.
Well, and like when we were working when I had to work from home, when the heat wasn't working, I used my personal phone, because that's where the calls went.
I mean, I don't know, if it's easier for you to carry one phone and it gets forwarded to your phone and it's already an expense that we have, I personally don't see a problem with the stipend, but that's my opinion.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know how the two phones started, obviously it was before my time, so. I don't know how that came about, but.
Well, I was always using this, because I was getting, and at that point, I was getting a lot more calls after hours, but, and so then we got a village phone, and I just really couldn't transition to it, and now it's just a kind of a waste, so it was this more came out because I feel like it's a waste of village money, and then I had sort of asked what some of the other clerks do, and some of them, they get amount toward their personal bill. I've had it for this long, so you can definitely take more time to
If it's a
consider.
wash and, the service isn't going to change in terms of what you're offering, right? In terms of taking village calls or whatever, I don't see a problem with that. Instead of carrying two phones, as long as you are able to always respond to the village.
Which I do.
Vouch for that. We got a transfer to call from, when you're at the dentist.
I did it, well, because the phones weren't working, so yeah, I took a call to the dentist and I transferred it to Chris. Because I don't, and maybe I shouldn't do that, but if someone's calling, I'm sitting
Oh.
I was sitting in the front, I mean, residents need to get through. Sorry,
I don't know if we can text from our phones, but that's like a huge way to communicate nowadays too.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make
Well-
a motion to approve the stipend for Heather's personal phone, and she'll get rid of her cell phone.
The work phone.
Per work phone,
in the amount of
$35
per month.
Per month.
Oh, I thought that was every quarter.
Second it.
Thank you. Trustee Belkane,
All right.
trustee Lauer,
I,
trustee Alito,
um,
trustee Morenzi,
Aye.
Mayor Byers.
Aye.
Motion passes.
just remember, she's out in the field, phone falls in the lake. People can't,
That's really fun.
Yeah. people can't get a hold of her, for village reasons.
I mean, I did think of that, but.
You have those issues. Not that she didn't pay her bill that month,
Have a backup.
2 months. You guys are just thinking about the money side, I wasn't caring about the money side, I'm thinking about
Service side.
the service side, voicemails, personal phone, all those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's been this way the whole time, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I haven't really used it, I tried, but it's.
Right, I got you.
Sorry.
Not very sorry, no. These guys disagree, so it doesn't matter, whatever.
I appreciate it.
I'm outvoted.
Well, I appreciate it. But this phone will not be going swimming on the boat.
You done?
Okay, and then did you wanna bring up the next part? What do you want me to?
What? The meeting schedule?
The stipend discussion.
Stipend discussion. That is something that I think as we are still in in limbo, although we do have interviews this evening, we believe. I have been asked to consider a stipend for the work that they have been doing on their regular pay. So I bring it up to the board. If there is any comments regarding it,
And
what would you like to set?
I calculated, well, Karen helped me calculate what we've saved by us doing the work, and it's the number on the bottom, minus what Suzanne did, which is just one small part of the treasurer position.
I'll just point out, this is an open meeting, and if you're considering spending money, you gotta say who and how much. You can't just pass a piece of paper around. I'm not looking at, I'm just happy to be looking at you, but I'm just telling that to the trustees.
That wasn't the request or anything, that was just the data that I didn't request anything. That just is the calculation, yeah.
So was somebody gonna request something?
I'm not sure at this meeting.
Well,
Yeah, I think, I think it's more discussion, we should discuss it, like, the approach, you're not saving us money, you didn't say, hey, leave your job and we're gonna save you money, so I wouldn't.
No, but
It's
the
not
village has
saving.
saved, I'm just.
Oh, yeah, the position's not here, we're not spending it, but it's not your saving us money.
Right,
So I think whenever someone takes on a different role, like Jake did for a period of time, it's like, are you getting 50% more
right,
of what your job is? If you're a salaried employee and you're taking on additional responsibilities and it's spread out for a very short period of time, I think that's all in good, part of being a salary manager and supporting. If you're taking on additional responsibilities, I think 50% of what your normal job role is, then, and an extended period of time, I think you have a conversation.
and so we're at 3 months now, 3 months of us being, it's a lot. And, so I had discussed with, talked to a few of you, and, we're just looking for an amount to cover the extra work we've been putting.
What
We've done it
did
for
you
Jake,
guys do last time when Jake was doing?
5,000.
I don't think I got that yet. We don't have a treasurer, so there's no way to look it up.
And I understand you're saying, it's a lot of work, and I'm actually not officially the deputy treasurer yet. So it's definitely been a lot on top of my normal responsibilities.
Karen isn't she?
No,
What was that?
She is not, we
No.
don't have a deputy treasurer
no,
at all, we did not assign them.
no, because, so when Joe left, she was the deputy treasurer, it was supposed to be me. We just haven't actually done it through civil service
Are
yet.
you sure?
I'm
I
not.
thought at every organization meeting, a deputy clerk and a deputy treasurer gets appointed.
We didn't do the deputy treasurer. But we haven't physically done it at civil service yet.
Well, forget civil service.
Well, that's who cares.
Huh?
That's the agency that you have to tell.
That's a look back.
Well, that doesn't mean, if this board took it, if they took a resolution at an organization meeting appointing you deputy treasurer.
Right, which
As far as this board's concerned, you're the deputy treasurer.
right.
If somebody didn't file some paperwork with civil service, that's a whole different story.
So in hindsight, you would take on some of those responsibilities, right? So I think,
Well, she took on the responsibility
But
of treasurer, but
Full, yeah. Well, and, you set the, I'm not, you did it for someone, for another position, and, we've all been
well, and just,
taking on a lot of extra responsibilities.
just to, the reason for the deputy clerk and deputy treasurer wasn't so you could fill in on some long-term absence, but it was more that if you're on vacation and something needs to be signed by the clerk, the deputy clerk can do it, and same with the treasurer. It was more short-term things.
Right. And I'm hoping we're gonna find somebody where I'm working very hard to do that. I'm doing everything. So I'm not asking for this again, this would just be a one-time thing as we've done before for Jake. And, I know that you're saying it's not a savings, but I'm just saying this is the numbers that that the village has not spent out. They're not, because we didn't have a treasurer. And, Donna is doing a lot of extra stuff that's not in her job description, and so is Karen. And I just think it's,
is it requiring you guys to work more than your 40 hours?
yeah. I'm here, every time you guys come, I'm here. I'm here till 6:30.
So isn't she hourly?
No, she's salary.
She's salary as well.
Only Donna, and Donna has not been over the 40, because she goes home, I don't want to pay overtime, you know what I mean? I'm doing, she's picking up a lot of the slack for what we can't.
We have hired a person.
How many hours is
It's
she
short,
working?
it's short hours, but it's
Short hour.
And she's only doing one part of it.
Well, we give you the day off after Christmas.
And I'm very grateful to that. I did actually want to say that, because we're a little stressed, and we haven't really been able to take any time off since Danielle left, and so that day we really appreciated that, thank you.
So like you're putting in hours on Saturdays and Sundays?
I was here for 6 hours on Sunday, because Marcia and I are now working on the budget, so it's been a lot over my normal. And then I still have my own job stuff I have to do. So yeah, deputy treasurer, but not full treasurer. And I'm basically doing 2 positions. Luckily, Karen and Donna have been very helpful in assisting me, but it's a lot.
You're looking for another stipend, right? Basically.
I never had one, but
Yeah, but that's what you're asking for, right?
Yeah.
We just gotta come to an agreement what's fair.
and I will be splitting that with Karen and Donna as well.
Usually we are, so.
Well, I'm more than thankful for whatever you're willing to give us. And please understand, I totally understand, I care about the village, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah, we have to ask these questions or we're irresponsible.
I
And
know.
like I said, I always give you advice, don't say, well, you did it for Jake. Never do any of that stuff.
Understood.
Talk about you and what you're doing, don't compare it to something else. And, so we don't ask the questions, it's just say, yeah, here you go,
I totally understand.
so.
Just never comfortable discussing this stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
just been sick about it all.
A little bit in front of people, yeah, it's not fun.
We were going to get,
Well, I would do this,
no, we just split it.
She's on my.
introduction to it.
This is.
In terms of doing it tonight.
Oh, mine is.
Still gonna be working, by the treasurer.
So.
I think we're more than happy to just have it one time and just be done with it. I really don't want to bring this up again. And hopefully, we're gonna get somebody.
Minus. There's 550.
And that includes what we spent for Susan.
Yeah, please.
7 payrolls, that's for a full-time person?
Yes.
That salary we're raising down is for a full-time person?
Yep.
Do you know how many, like, hours? I know you said you work 6 hours on Sunday. Do you,
It's,
like, how many
I
hours?
don't typically leave at 4, I don't usually leave before 5:30 most days, and some days it's 6:30.
All right, your hours are 8 to 4:30?
8 to 4:30. Yeah,
8 to
how much-
4:30
we're
is
salaried.
not-
I'm salaried, I understand that.
Not
But
that,
well over
she's
that.
salary. Okay,
Getting the work done.
got it.
We just have the rest of
Which is what the treasurer is as well, and Jake.
Okay.
I think it's opening up the.
They can, that's what she's here. I don't know, Heather, it doesn't matter what you're working on, if it's only 40 hours. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what-
you're not supposed to work without outside of your title and sheets.
Just so you have any.
Yeah.
Well, and obviously Karen and I are the ones, but Donna's been very helpful at helping me with things that I can't have time to do now, because that was my role.
She should know.
I mean, it is a big job. Treasurer position.
I agree.
That's a good number.
Yeah, I mean, to begin with, I don't know how long it's going to continue.
No, you haven't, we don't know.
I'm hoping.
So that's the other thing, right? So if this, how long it's gone, 3 months. So we'll say this turns into 7 months.
I'm hoping.
Oh,
Then what?
Or at least one,
Well, yeah, you don't know.
or two.
It's gonna take a longer time than you think. So we just have to just think of that. You know, is 3 months good, then if she goes another 3 months, you should bring us back to the table for being fair to Heather then.
Yeah.
If you're saying that's worth 3 months of extra work, and then she does it for 6 months.
I think there should be a timeline.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it if, maybe we'll be lucky, and say, oh my God.
I'd be more than grateful for that.
Yeah, if you double it, it's not worth it. Say, 3 months, you should get the same thing.
That was a suggestion.
In my opinion. I won't be fair either way we go, I gotta be fair.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping this time.
So if they agree to this 3 months, if you go another 3 months, probably should sit back here. How much
Let's
should
be
it?
tackle that. When we get there. But I'm hoping we won't, because we're losing it.
Or put it off.
She's tomorrow off.
We're really good.
Non-line
I mean, you
stuff.
keep everything you can, pressure out, you know. I'm not
Times
really-
that one, but I know me, Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's always up, and it's my job.
So do you have the amount, like Don said, or in a public meeting, just announce it and go. Let's get it going.
And he's here. Oh, and.
So if we sign it, then personally.
Then it's done, that's their one time for the work they've done up to
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah. I can go grab him.
And if you,
Well, I wouldn't bring it, well, yeah, you can sit out there.
Have we gone into executive session yet?
No,
She's going to get somebody?
she's just sitting in the lobby.
He doesn't know where to go, that was just, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what that number? That we talked
How
about?
did they do it for you?
Yeah. It's something that she wanted to know.
Not very good. It's our Karen.
She was like,
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna start working next year, the other one's gonna get on.
Oh, she didn't know that.
That's what I was-
And then I'm saying,
I heard her now.
Here's a note for you. And after.
Well, thank you. After a minute.
I had two meatballs, that's all I had.
Total of 6.
How are we coming up with this number though? What?
They came up with how, because how much they're saving us. And you can't, that's why I just said you can't look at it like that. You're not saving the end, you're not saving us anything.
I understand you're spending on a line, but that salary can be broken down into an hourly rate, yes? So why are we taking the hourly rate and then asking her how many extra hours have you worked? Is it 6? Is
On
it
average,
30? Is it 24? In 3 months, I've worked 40 extra hours, and then we say, okay, your rate is $32 an hour times the 42 hours you worked as a treasurer, here's, I don't know, is that too simple? I don't know.
It's too easy.
Then you're looking always at what happened beyond, then you're looking at from the end of her day, let's say 4:30, and how long did you work? Did you work until 6:30 or 8:30? Rather than, it's some of that time during the day. Like she goes down and talks with Suzanne, and they sit together.
Okay, so she does some treasurer stuff intertwined with her normal duties, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I got you.
So just ask her, how many hours of treasurer-like duties have you done?
Right.
Whether it was after normal work hours or
Right.
during normal work hours.
That's the way I'm
Come up with a number,
seeing it.
and the same with the other two. How many hours of treasurer work
And I
have
don't
you
think,
done?
I don't think we can just say, hey, here's the money and I'm gonna split it with the other two.
And it
We
sets
gotta
up,
find out.
Well, she figured she'd just do that with this board, because sometimes we just do that.
But I figured, but shouldn't we find out what?
but it sets up a past precedent too.
Like-
I think. Well, I did that last year.
But I agree, it's making it difficult to make that decision to move forward if we don't have a treasurer yet.
And to your point, as a board, now this has happened twice, now what we do, next time this happens, immediately say,
Well,
you guys start tracking your hours of what you're working on, and then we got some data, right?
Couldn't we say though, hey, once we hire a
I
treasurer,
don't even hear that.
that will retro back to whatever the hours were.
Yeah, I don't think they need it now, I agree with you.
But why, you know what I'm saying, because if we gave a disbursement right now, and then said, well, we're gonna give another disbursement the next time or when we find a treasurer, why don't we just wait till we find a treasurer, and then disperse it all back, whatever that timeline is? Could we do it that way?
Because
I don't know.
we don't know how long things are going.
Right, because we don't know.
She appreciates it right now.
If possible, it would mean a lot to us, yeah.
Okay,
And I'm really, like I said, I'm really hoping you're gonna
okay.
because we can't keep going like this another 3 months.
So do you stay after?
So wait a minute, then it's not the hours, it's the money or the hours.
We need a treasurer because we're exhausted, we're at our wits' end, it's really hard.
Right, but that doesn't change the dollar amount. If I give you $9,000 or $3,000, you're still doing your job. If I give it to you an hour later, it's not changing the hours, that's why I'm still confused by that stuff about treasurer.
I guess I'm misunderstanding.
You're exhausted and you don't wanna do it anymore, so then
I'm only.
if we don't get a treasurer, that's not gonna change. So the
No, I
money
know.
doesn't, I'm just saying, the money doesn't make you less exhausted.
No, I know, but
It's just-
then we're gonna need to bring this up again, and it's just.
That doesn't make you less exhausted, that's.
No, I.
We need to figure out if you guys are overwhelmed, working too much, and exhausted. We have to figure that out as a board and help you to do that. And the money doesn't help you do that. We may have to pull someone else in to support you. Call another office, bring in support. That's what you do if someone says they're overwhelmed at work and you guys are exhausted. Because if money made me, I'm tired, that would be great, but that doesn't work that way. So you see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? As a board, we should say, if you guys are struggling, we should bring someone in
I
there.
follow what you're saying.
Well, once they get a treasurer, then,
Right,
that's
but-
that person.
So yes,
Being
there's
exhausted.
There's two issues here. It's-
Yes,
There's
overworking.
too much work and you need to be compensated. Again.
So if we get a treasurer, is that gonna be the end of your working late hours?
I mean, yeah, outside of having to be here meetings, yeah.
So you're,
Or it could be
so you're working late
It would
hours
be
now
fine.
for treasurer
Oh,
purposes
that's
only?
what's, yeah, I mean, depending on the time.
Right, she may do treasurer stuff in the day, her stuff later. whatever.
Yeah, but I've never, I understand this is salary, I've always had to work a few hours over, but this is a lot more.
Right, so as a board member and a human being, I'm listening to you, and you guys are exhausted and tired. We have to figure out maybe another solution besides the money, because those are two different things.
Right.
I want more money because I'm doing extra work and I'm exhausted, where this is too overwhelming, or two different problems, so it looks
Well,
like
we've
you.
got Marcia, because Suzanne's done now, because she'll be gone for 2 months, you can call her, and Marcia's gonna help with the budget, and we're just hoping that, I'm hopeful, like I said, that it's gonna turn out well tonight with the interviews.
Do you have do you have a similar agreement with Marcia that you had, that they just approved for Suzanne?
Yep, so we're gonna have to do that, yep. But we're still kind of working that out right now.
Oh, so you don't have it yet,
No,
but she's working for the village?
and she's been here 1 day just to kind of refamiliarize and see if it's gonna work out. And, so yeah, we'll have to redo that, I haven't had time.
Okay.
So the stipend, the compensation is more than just you, right? It's you, and who else?
Karen and Donna.
You saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Alright, so we just need to have a discussion soon and try to address both issues, because it seems like it's more than one issue.
Yeah.
It's an immediate thing, I think it needs to be addressed and given to it by the whole board. Is where I would come from.
Right, so we gotta I just wanna make next steps quicker, so we get them some resolve. So are we in favor of asking her to get Marcia a proposal to come assist?
Well, that's just gonna be budget, she's not gonna be doing the other things. But everything else we can manage, you know, the bank racks can wait, that's what Suzanne does. Those aren't really technically required until the auditors come. And, you know, we're still able to call her, text her with questions, Suzanne. And she just finished, another part of it, so. And like I said, I just need to focus more attention on getting more people, setting up more interviews. It's just a lot, that's all. But I'm hopeful
Well,
to done one of them tonight.
I don't know where you're at with it.
Yeah, what?
And
Make a decision, hopefully, think about it, make a decision
until
next
it's not
time.
done,
Yeah.
it's not, you need to.
We're just pretty close.
It's just, it's not exactly clear right now. We're not sure what we're gonna do. So what are you gonna say, okay, to what we don't know? We don't know whether it's, what's our hourly pay?
Might be one way.
I'd like to
In
know
addition.
just how much extra
Yeah, I'm here.
hours they think they've worked.
For
If they have a question,
Between Karen and Don, is it all the same? Is all three of them exactly the same? They've all worked extra, if you're asking for compensation and we're gonna share it, what are we sharing? How do we know how we're sharing it, I guess? How are we breaking that down?
Well, so the.
I'm certainly
The
in
majority
favor of
was,
some compensation, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
me too.
I think.
the majority was, you know, was mostly Karen and I, but Donna has been helping a lot. And so if it were up to me, I was gonna be splitting, if, say, we were hoping for around 6,000. So I was gonna be splitting, Donna 1,000 and then the other part split equally between Karen and myself. Cause I'm nothing without my team, we're working, it's been great. So, and then he just asked, it's about, I'm here till 6:30 a lot, most days, so it's probably like an additional 5, and then this week it was I was here for 6 hours for the budget on Sunday, but, typically it's about 5 hours per week. 6 hours about per week since she was gone. And then sometimes it's more, it just depends on what I
Well,
have to
not
do.
just the time beyond 4:30, but during the day, you do treasurer stuff too, right?
Yeah, it's mostly been that. But I'm prioritizing what needs to get done first, so it just depends on what's going on is what I'm gonna be doing. But it's everyday treasurer stuff and everyday clerk stuff, it just, you know. I don't know why that's confusing.
So ballpark, what percentage of your day is treasurer stuff?
I mean, it's been mostly, honestly, it's been probably more than 50% lately, because it's a big job.
And that's the same with Karen?
Yeah, I mean,
She's spending more than 50% of her
no,
work
I am.
doing
No.
treasurer stuff?
no, that's mostly me.
60/40, she's 50/50, or?
I would say she's probably doing, well, and with the bid, maybe it's 40% has been treasurer stuff.
Don, how does that appear, like, if, that comes in a check as a stipend or whatever, isn't that like,
Well,
from a
I think
IRS
it's-
thing, like a bonus, isn't it better to do what Mike's talking about than this lump
well,
sum?
you still get
It's.
it doesn't matter what you call it.
Additional
It's-
income.
It's
like what we did for
additional
Jacob's month.
compensation and it probably gets run through the payroll service.
Yep, it
So
doesn't
that-
get, it doesn't get termed as a bonus though.
Taxes get taken out.
Yeah, it doesn't get termed as a bonus, it's just as an additional amount in that paycheck. It gets taxed normally, at least that's how we handle Jake's.
Yeah, it will just show up on her W-2 next year as, whatever the salary is plus
So
this,
making 100 grand, she'll make 110 grand.
whatever.
If I was making that, I wouldn't be asking for a stipend.
Mike's like, no stipend.
110.
Oh, so he just
No,
said that,
it's-
I'll take that.
But it sounds like from what you're saying though, you've been doing more of the work than Karen, but you're proposing that you and Karen split it 50/50? But that doesn't make sense. If you're legitimately doing more work than Karen, you should be getting a higher compensation than Karen.
I'm just very, very, very lucky that I have such an awesome team and, and when I don't have something, it's hard to say it, like, to quantify it like that, because then if I can't do my clerk stuff, I'm like, Karen, I'm really working on this treasurer stuff right now, can you do this for me? So it's just, we're a team. But yes, the majority of the treasurer functions have fallen to me.
But to.
But she's my deputy clerk, so, some of the stuff she already knows.
To Mike's point, right, so we have to be responsible with the taxpayer dollars, instead of just saying, hey, give us $6 grand, I'm gonna split it with her because she's done this and done that. It really should be your rate of salary times those additional hours on that work, and then it's paid because it's data to show that we didn't make a decision, a rash decision, just giving you money. It was based
What do we
on
do with
pure
Right,
data.
right.
Huh?
We do it, Jake.
Well, that's what you guys did for, yeah, I mean, we.
Well, I did ask, yeah, I don't know how it
It was
was done with
5
Jake.
grand.
I mean, how you came up with that.
Definitely,
Yeah, I don't know.
that everybody gets angry at.
Holly, hit us up with the phone first, so you don't get
I
it.
told you guys, I go, I'm not doing this the same
I
organization,
think-
problem.
I think, it's gotta be handled. We got,
So to be clear, this ends when the treasurer.
But Heather, think about it, everybody, no matter what position you're in, you always grow and you always learn, so
Oh, I-
knowing what we're talking about today, what we did for Jake, we probably would go back and say, you know what, let's think about it the same way we're talking about Heather, so we actually show we have the data to make a decision as a
Yeah.
documentation, not just throw a big thing in my hand,
I'm just
right?
one of the
I guess
guys.
that's the way I see it. But, I mean,
But there's gotta be a timeline. Right?
I definitely would think they should be compensated.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
Figuring
disagreeing.
out
Oh,
what she's doing.
Like Don said earlier, you just can't throw a big number on us, post
I
a
mean,
note
again-
and ask us to approve it.
And
That
she's having to
doesn't
do
work.
her normal duties after hours because she's doing
It all till what?
whatever.
And I guess to Carl's point, if you pay something today, does that cover until a treasurer gets appointed, whether that's.
Well, no, not if
whether
we're doing
that's
it
2
by
weeks.
hours.
Huh?
If we're doing it by hours,
But you're not doing it by hours, because you don't have the hours.
Well, she was gonna do that, if we really wanted, she's gonna try to figure it out that way, break it down. She does an extra 30 hours a month times $40 an hour, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we need to know what the hourly.
we're still not addressing the other issue of the reward thing, so that it should be another.
Well, how about hiring like a temporary clerk from one of those agencies?
They're the ones that discuss this hours.
Temporary clerk until they don't find a system.
Should we do
Have to be a specialized temporary clerk.
We should, get out. So Heather, I think we're on agreement, I will give it to you, so we just gotta figure out a good ratio.
Yeah.
That's all we should do in the workshop, so we got some documentation. Because of this, we
Yeah.
can put an extra 30 hours, in, 40 hours, you know, you get paid another.
And she has it there, she's just got.
Yeah, that's what I got recommended also, yeah, it's broken down.
Sorry, I just got kind
We have an amount, it just makes me leave $6,000. It's the amount of hours that she's worked for almost $6,000.
Right, to Mark's point, that's what we should find out, that's just our responsibility to do that. Just could find out someone spent, but you know, one person spent 20 hours additional over the last 3 months, and just gave her $3,000.
Well, you know,
That's-
also, I said before that I think it sets a precedent too. That, in August, when if Donna is sick or something and somebody does their work, they're not gonna ask her for money.
Right, so I said we learned a lesson moving forward, we should just always do by hour. You know, I'm spending about 20 hours a week on this, like if Jake was doing the code job, and he says that 20 hours a week average, we can figure that out. And we've been for 5 months of 20 hours.
Yeah, or you take the rate and do it at a time and a half.
Yeah, do that too.
Time and a half, I mean,
Yeah.
I would consider it overtime, put it at a time and a half. Whatever the hourly rate is, a time and a half, times, or the 50 to 60 to 100 extra hours, you know.
I try to teach. Like you learn, even me learning right away. But you're right.
Yeah.
All right, she's gonna put something together.
Just
I mean,
email us then, or?
Go,
Yeah.
consider.
Do something like
Maybe it's an immediate need to review.
Year and a year.
I can voice my opinion.
Okay.
Yes. These guys.
But it's not fair to whoever's out there to continue this.
I think we're having much.
We need to go to executive session. So I am moving for a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment.
Second? Second. Mayor Byers? Trustee Belkane? Trustee Polito?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Morency?
Aye.
Morency? Morency?
What'd you say, Morrison?
Yeah, Moran.
Trustee Morrison.
Fun.
I'm leaving. Jake didn't get to get his report tonight.
Is it?